In this trending stocks review, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about trending stocks. Trending stocks makes it easy to manage risk, lock in profits, and ride your winners to grow wealth. That's what the software can do for you. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll provide a discounted link so you can get your money's worth. Okay, so once you get started, you'll be taken to this main page right here where you'd have made your account and you'll have this little introduction telling you what trending stocks actually does. So I know I've just said what it does, but here you can learn about the company and what it's trying to do for your stock businesses and your stock trades. And it's really informative and very useful to have. You have your account here, you have your dashboard, you'll scroll down and they literally quite tell you everything you're going to get with this app. So they'll say, you can easily identify stocks that trend over time with varying periods, hidden gems you never heard of, risk management. They're really in depth about what they can do for you, actually, and what their stock trends and stock searches can help you with. And again, even this, they've got their own motto as well. We didn't invent trend following, we made it easier. So they're very forthright about what they do. And you can see right here, again, what I'll be showing you through this review will essentially be detailing all the steps that this is trying to show you right here. But it's nice that they break it down and summarize everything for you just on this main page. Just makes our lives easier. So what we'll then do, we'll go straight into the dashboard. So here we are. We'll take into the dashboard right here. And now there's a lot of information, but once you go through it properly, it's quite easy to understand. So the stock values they are going to send you, you can watch a tour of it right here. The stock values you're going to see and they're going to send you once you put in a certain amount of words and terminology into the search engine, they'll have these color-coded icons right here. So, I mean, sure, it says it here, what they essentially do, but just to elaborate on it, the tick with the green circle means the stock is good, it's stable, it's reliable. And this one, again, the triangle, there's a negative factor to it, one factor negative. Essentially, it just tells you to proceed with caution. It's a little bit volatile. It's not off the rails yet, but it's just a little bit volatile. And then you have two factors negative, which is just completely volatile and not recommended at all for the stock. And then you've got the market condition as well. And essentially, again, this is essentially telling you what this does. Just it shows you the condition over the past 200 days of the advancing versus the declining stocks, essentially. And again, it'll tell you if the conditions are good and you get the coded icons. Now, with what we can see here, the volume, volatility, the trends meeting criteria, the total trends, the rank, the trend strength, and the stop loss adjustment. I will describe them a little bit here, but it'll be easy once we see them as well, because it's helpful to see them and know why they're important. So again, just the volume, number of shares traded in a day. It can indicate the ease or difficulty of selling shares if the stock's price hits the stop loss. So stop loss is essentially just a figure in which you stop making money and profit from it. So again, you check the volume, and once again, you check the volatility, which is self-explanatory right there, and just the change activity. You can see the trends that meet your criteria and the total amount of trends for a certain stock, and the stock rankings, and the trend strength as well, the strength of the stock or of the trend that you're trying to go for versus the others. And then the stop loss adjustment, as I mentioned, a conservative amount to consider based on the stock's recent volatility and risk. So that's again just the amount of money that essentially represents the risk that you might lose, or the percentage telling you the risk you might take. So we'll go into top 25. We'll go into top 25 stocks. Search here. And you can see right here, just today's results, you have Halo, the Halozyme Therapeutic Company, and then the Merck and Company too. And you see the codes right here, IBN, MRK, Halo itself. So there's quite a lot of information here. And as you remember, we were talking about the volatility, the trend strength, you can see right here. So the trend strength, number 1 for Halo and MRK and IBN as well. Then number 2 for these ones below. So again, we haven't got a crazy amount of things to, to look at, or an amount of companies to go through, but you can see right here, you understand what they mean when they say trend strength now. So it's very reliable. Days trending 200, because that's the criteria we put there. Year high 57.67, year low 31.36. And naturally, the volume, again, you can see the volume of stocks being traded in this, over a million, and the volatility is acceptable as well. Closes at $57, and the stop loss is $8 and 14.04%. So it's all looking quite good, actually. You can see the sign right here marking it to be quite useful. And if you click on here as well, you can see all facts positive. You can see again what we were looking at just above all the stock trends you'll find. So if you ever forget what anything means, what anything does, you can just click it and you'll get all this right on top of your information as well. Then you can do a detailed search as well and just get a little bit more specific with your stock searches. Go from 200 to 120 days, by rank, by symbol, strength 1, strength 4, all domestic again. And you can choose which sector of business you want the search to be and the minimum and maximum price range you want. And then you just click search essentially. And you'll be taken to a stock page. And you can see here, this one's a cautionary one. It's got the triangle. Again, the stop loss, the percentage isn't great. The year high isn't great as well. But it's still number one in its field, medical field. And you can see the other ones. This one's just no, high volatility, volume rate less than 500,000. That's not good for this site. So again, it has to be above 500,000, the volume rate. And the volatility has to be acceptable. So once you learn all of that, you're able to look at these stocks quite well. Then you put symbol only, again, if the symbol is something like this, essentially. So the abbreviations of the company, if we put ENIC right there, for Enesys Chile, you can just search that and it'll take you to just that company specifically and the stocks regarding them. And that's quite useful to have as a specific thing. Then you can graph it as well, if you want to put NFLX, that's Netflix. So you can graph Netflix stocks as well and see the volatility of their stocks over time. So you can see right there, again, through the 200-day price change. Again, it's gone for a significant dip over here over the last 152 days. It's risen here. And yeah, essentially just, again, it's been high and then it's kind of dipped really low for quite some time. But again, this is Netflix. It doesn't concern us. That's not, a company we're going to invest into. But you can see, again, if you're interested in that, you can see the last closing price and the 50-day low and the date of 50-day low as well, October 11th. So it's just useful to have this graph to watch what you're trying to invest into. And again, you can get a watch list as well. If you add Netflix to your watch list, you can put it there just to check on in general once you go on this website. And it'll be helpful to have there to see. Sector report as well. You can see different sector reports again. So, information technology, healthcare, consumer discretionary. Again, you've got just through 1 day, and you've seen the percentage change in the stocks naturally over 5 days, and then over 30 days, and over 90 days. So a lot of information, again, based on these different sectors, and it's quite useful to have. Then trade risk calculator. This one's more detailed. You can really get advanced in what you want to find in your trading stocks. So, you have your portfolio amount, you put that there. The risk parameter you want, your risk per trade, stock symbol naturally, like the Netflix one, and ECIN. Then your closing price too, and your stop loss amount. You calculate that, and it'll tell you the shares you need to stay within the limit of your budget and not to lose out. And essentially, that's how trending stocks will work and help you invest in the right businesses. Overall, I think trending stocks is very useful to have if you're an investor and you want to see the latest trends in the certain stocks that are going on in the world. And it's really easy to use as well. You have to have a good know-how of, stock terminology and trading terminology. But if you have all of that sorted, then this is a very useful application for you. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. Thanks for your time.